Tim Wakefield was beloved for what he did on the mound, but as you said, what he did in the community. And he impacted so many lives, gave so much joy to so many people, comforted so many people as well. We look back on an amazing life. Timothy Stephen Wakefield pitched for the Red Sox for 17 years. During that time period, he was an All-Star and a two-time World Series champion. The first, of course, in 2004, helping break the curse of the Bambino.
It's surreal right now. You know, I can't hardly believe it, but we can call ourselves world champions right now.
Before coming to Boston, Wakefield was a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates. He was actually drafted by the Pirates in 1988 as a first baseman, but never made it past Double-A as a position player, but developed the knuckleball and made it to the big leagues with the Pirates in 1992. After being released by the Pirates, he signed with the Sox in the spring of 1995. Wake, as he was affectionately known by his teammates, friends, and fans alike, won 186 games during his time with the Sox, which is third most in franchise history, behind only Roger Clemens and Cy Young. He's also a member of the Red Sox Hall of Fame, but he was a Hall of Famer in life as well. He won the 2010 Roberto Clemente Award, the award given annually to the Major League Baseball player who best exemplifies the game of baseball, sportsmanship, and community. Wake was also the first Red Sox captain of the Jimmy Fund and spent countless hours at the Jimmy Fund volunteering, meeting with patients and parents alike, both during his playing days and long after in retirement. And Wakefield also partnered with the Franciscan Hospital for Children in Boston to bring patients to Fenway Park. That's a big reason why he was so loved here in Boston. Not only was he a great player, a champion, he was also part of the very fabric of this community.
I think he was an everyman. I think they related to him because they could see his generosity. They could see that he wasn't throwing 100 miles an hour and that he really competed and wanted to win and do the best he could for his team and his franchise. And off the field, even more generous.
He was the glue that held together so many Red Sox pitching staffs because on his day, you know, he was reliable, you know, he was dependable. And then he could also pitch when it wasn't his day as a starter. He'd take his spikes and he'd go down in the bullpen if the team needed some additional innings.
Wakefield also served as an advisor to the Red Sox and since 2012, a broadcaster on NESN. He is survived by his wife, Stacy, and his two children, Trevor and Brianna. The Red Sox released a statement saying, quote, "Our hearts are broken with the loss of Tim Wakefield. Wake embodied true goodness, a devoted husband, father, and teammate, beloved broadcaster, and the ultimate community leader. He gave so much to the game and all of Red Sox Nation. Our deepest love and thoughts are with Stacy, Trevor, Brianna, and the Wakefield family."